Yes, guys, welcome back, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well, guys. We are back for the Liverpool Nottingham Forest match preview, guys. Hope you're all doing good. Don't forget to hit that like button as soon as you come in. Hit the subscribe button, share. You know what to do, guys. On the road to 4K. Don't forget to get them likes straight up in the chat. There's 37 people in there already. There should be 37 thumbs up on the likes, guys. So go and hit that like button if you've not hit that like button already, guys. There's now 42 people in the chat. Should be 42 thumbs up. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Big up to everyone in the chat right now. John, Redbird, Albert, Jen, Storm, Joshua, Colin, Albert, Bailey, Chris, Redbird, Danny. A big up to everyone in the chat. Hope you're all doing well. Psychedelic, Stubbsy, Ryan. Big up everybody. Hope you're all doing well. This is your match preview before Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. 3 p.m. kickoff tomorrow afternoon, guys. A chance for Liverpool to claw some points back on Newcastle, maybe. To go only 6 points behind before Newcastle, I believe, play. So, yeah, a chance for Liverpool to put on a bit of pressure. Liverpool got to try and carry on their excellent form they had against Leeds United on the Monday night football. Liverpool need to go again. Decent result against Arsenal. Good win against Leeds. Should be smashing Nottingham Forest at home. No excuses. Nottingham Forest got a few players out. I think Nottingham Forest got up to 9 players out for this weekend's game. So, yeah, no excuses. No excuses for me. The Reds should be firing and smashing this new Nottingham Forest team to bits. Let's keep winning. Let's keep going. Guys, I just want to keep winning games of football. I don't care where we finish in the Premier League now. I don't care if we finish 5th, 6th, 4th, whatever it is. As long as we keep winning the games of football and we end this season really well on a positive note, that's all I care about. We've got to end this season on a positive note. The more we end season, if we end this season, if we limp into the end of the season, dragging our heels, it's going to have a bad vibe going into next season. I want good vibes only, man. Good vibes only. We need to pick up points, keep winning, performing, doing our bit, and keep on going. Obviously, we're going to talk about certain players that probably should play. We're going to listen to Jurgen Klopp's press conference, I believe, at 1:30, guys. So at 1:30, make sure you're staying around right now, guys. Don't go anywhere because, at 1:30, we are going to be doing the Jurgen Klopp press conference live together. So you guys will be able to hear it live with me as we hear it together. Big up Chaz in the chat as well. Thank you very much. Big up Harry. What's up, Jay? United meltdown always there for 7 Hug and Fraud Watch. Big up. Yeah, United, man. Man United, Man United are starting to be Man United are not as good as people think they are. I've been saying it for a while. The league table sometimes does lie. Man United ain't that good. I don't think they've improved as much as people think they do. I think I keep telling everyone, and I think people are starting to listen now. The league this year is terrible. This is a terrible Premier League this year. Quality-wise, performance-wise, not just from Liverpool and Chelsea. Look at the rest of the league. It's dog crap. This league is terrible this year. United and Arsenal have taken most advantage of that, mostly. I don't think this United team are that great. I really don't. You take Marcus Rashford out of this United team, they're dead food. They're dead food. This United team is dead food, man. I mean, they shipped 5 goals against Sevilla in 100 minutes. United that should have been through, man. They won 2-0 in their first leg. And then in the last, half hour, they conceded 2 goals to Sevilla in the first. So in the last 100 minutes of football against Sevilla, Man United had conceded 5 goals. And it could have been more. It's one of the worst European displays of football I've seen in my lifetime. Awful. Awful team. Awful team. They got Brighton. They got Brighton this weekend in the FA Cup, I do believe. They're not beating Brighton. Wow, it's yeah. I just don't. I've been saying it. This league, man. This league is bad at the moment. Teams are bad at the moment. Players are off form. I mean, look at Man City. Man City really should be top of this Premier League. They're the best team in this league. For me, Man City are the best team in Europe with Real Madrid. Them and Real Madrid are at the moment, I think, are on their own. And City should be top of this league, but City ain't quite beaten the team they were last season. And this is where we are. this is where we are. But yeah, next season's going to be exciting for me. I can't wait for next season, to be fair. I can't wait for next season. I think Liverpool go have a strong summer transfer window. I think Liverpool go end the season in a strong way and surprise a few people. And I think it's going to be all right. We've got Nottingham Forest obviously Saturday. This is the game we go have to. This is the game we're going to have to really win if we want to try and have a slim chance of top four. Now, I'm not saying top four is on or anything like that. Got to take it one game at a time. But if we want a slim chance of maybe grabbing top four, then Liverpool have really got to put a performance in against Nottingham Forest. Put the pressure on, man. Just put the pressure on. Liverpool just got to keep winning their games. Liverpool just got to keep winning their games. Big up, Bailey. Nice fun now. Laugh at that. Thank you very much. Big up, Chris. Jen in the chat. Big up, Danny in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Trudon in the chat. Hope you're doing good. Mitchell in the chat. Yeah, City. Look, yeah, Madrid are not as good in their league as City are, to be fair. But, yeah, for us, Reds, I just want to see positive performance there until the end of the season. As I said, if we finish fifth and finish in Europa League, that was our destiny this year. Simple as that. That was just our destiny this year, to finish fifth in the Premier League and play Europa League football. Fine. As long as we win every game, I want to see. I'm looking at the fixtures. The fixtures we got coming up. Liverpool should be winning every game till the end of the season. Away to West Ham is our hardest game, probably. We've got left, I would say. We're at home to Spurs. Liverpool should be going on and winning. I mean, we've got Southampton the last day of the season. They should be relegated by then. That's away from home. We got Villa is our second to last game of the season, is it? Is it Villa? I think that might be a difficult game. Villa will be going for Europe, probably. Let me get out the fixtures, actually. Let me get out the fixtures here. Let me have a look. So we got Forest tomorrow. Then we got West Ham Wednesday night. Then next weekend, we're at home to Tottenham. We should annihilate Tottenham. They're terrible. Then we're at home to Fulham in midweek on the 3rd of May. Then we're at home to Brentford. We got 3 home games in a row from the end of April and the 2 games in May. Then we're away to Leicester. We could relegate Leicester. Then we're at home to Aston Villa and away to Southampton. Win them games, man. Win them games. Villa will be a hard game because Villa will be pushing for Europe. But that's at Anfield. As I say, at Anfield, I don't feel so worried. Well, we had 1 league loss in the league this year against Leeds at Anfield, and the other one was Real Madrid in Champions League. Yeah, I don't really feel that worried when we play at home, to be fair. The away form is terrible. It's the away form that's let us down this season. I think we've had 16 points away from home this season, including the Leeds game. Yeah, it's not good enough. And that's where our downfall has been this season, our away form. If our away form was even slightly better, just slightly better, we'll probably be in the top 4. That's the difference this season. And we're getting back in the goal scoring hunt though. We're starting to score goals again. Goals are starting to go in the back of the net. We've had a few 5-1s this season, or 5-0s. We've had a 9-0. We've had some 7-0s. We've had a 7-1. We've scored quite a lot of goals this season, but we find ourselves where we find ourselves because the whole team as a whole hasn't played well enough. By nowhere near played well enough. But yeah, things have to pick up. I want to talk about a few players before we get Jurgen Klopp's press conference. So Klopp's press conference is in about 15 minutes. Hopefully that go live around 15 minutes time. We're going to watch it all together, guys, live. And then we're going to talk about the press conference. And then after the press conference, we'll react to it. And after we've done that, we will then pick the team to play Nottingham Forest tomorrow afternoon. But till then, I just want to talk about some players that I've started to see why we bought them. So I'm going to talk about Cody Gakpo first. I understand why we bought Cody Gakpo. I really do. I'm starting to realise it now. He's a decent player, man. I think Cody Gakpo could be one of them players we go to relish in a few years' time. I think we're going to look back at his signing and think that's a bloody good signing we made a few years back. I look at him and what he does for the team so far. He's very good at holding up the ball, extremely good at holding up the ball. He protects the ball really well. He's got a good turn on him. He can play in the half turn. He can receive the ball to feet. He's press resistant. He's strong because he's like, 6'3", 6'4". He's a big lad. So he's nice and strong. It's quite hard to knock him off the ball. He's got a good stride pattern. He's not the quickest. He's not like lightning like Darwin Núñez, but what he is, he's got a long stride pattern. It reminds me of. He reminds me a bit. People might say I'm getting carried away, but you might understand when I say it. He reminds me a little bit of Yaya Toure. He reminds me a bit of Yaya Toure. And people might understand what I'm trying to say there. That physical presence, that long stride pattern, the way he sort of turns and gets away from like midfielders and defenders and runs through the middle of the park. That's who Gakpo kind of reminds me of in a way. And I can see why we bought him. I can definitely see why we bought him. It's protection of the ball, and that's why Liverpool play him in the false nine at the moment. Because I've been arguing it all season. I've been arguing it all season. Gakpo in that false nine makes no sense. Now I actually see it. I'm starting to understand what Klopp's trying to do. He's playing Gakpo in that false nine position. The reason is because he's good at protecting the ball. And when you're good at protecting the ball, you can push up as a team. The problem with Darwin Núñez playing that number 9 role, that's not his job. That's not what Darwin's strengths are. Darwin's strengths are his pace and his movement. He doesn't want to hold up the ball. He doesn't want to come deep and collect it and hold it up and move. That's why Darwin, we're better with someone playing alongside him. Darwin should really play a lot. Darwin's not a sole striker. I don't think Darwin's one of them players that you can play up front on his own. I think he needs to play off a man. So a number 10 or another striker where he can link with that player. Now, and that will be Darwin's strengths. He wants to run into space. He wants to finish with one touch, stuff like that. Like the goal he scored against Leeds the other day. He receives the ball to chest from Trent from a good pass, takes it down, got the pace and movement to beat a man and finishes it with his weak foot. It was a good goal. That's Darwin's strengths. We don't play to that nearly enough. We're about, pressing. We want to press and counter press. And if you want to press and counter press, you've got to play with a striker like Gakpo with the way we're playing at the moment. So to get Darwin for me in this number 9 position, Liverpool have to change the way they play next season, which means we have to buy the right midfielders that are going to be able to help Darwin Núñez in that number 9 role. Because Darwin needs to be fed. He needs to be fed. He's just your normal striker, man. It's just your normal striker. You feed Darwin Núñez, Darwin will score goals. If we keep laying it on a plate for Darwin game after game after game, Darwin's going to score goals. Darwin's got 15 goals in all competitions this season, and we haven't played to his strengths at all. Think of it like that. We have not played to Darwin Núñez's strengths this season, and he's still got 15 goals in all competitions. Right? So you imagine if we played to his strengths, how many more he would get. He's a one-touch finisher, as I keep telling people. He's not a striker that can get the ball and run 20 yards and finish it into the corner. He's not that kind of striker. He's a poacher. He's a one-touch finisher in the box. That's what Darwin Núñez is. And that's what, we need to build to his game. Yes, he's always going to miss shots. No one's 100% perfect. The only 100% perfect striker around at the moment is probably Haaland. Haaland's probably the only one. But most strikers miss chances, guys. So I'm not going to be on Darwin next season if he still misses chances, but he's bagging 20 plus goals a season. Look at Mo Salah. Mo Salah's got like 40 GA this season, club and national wise. Yeah, he's got 40 GA this season. But look how many misses bloody Mo has all season. So. Yeah, we just got to play Darwin's strengths a little bit more. Right now, we're playing to Gakpo's strengths. Gakpo's strengths are helping the team more than Darwin Núñez at the moment. So I understand why Darwin Núñez is playing off the length. I understand why Darwin's playing off the left. It makes total sense. Yeah, Trudon, he should have 20. He's missed a few. He's definitely right. And we're not playing. And Trudon, that even, do you know what mad that is? We're still not playing to Darwin. I think you'd agree with this. We're not playing to Darwin's strengths, yeah? And he could have 20 goals in all competitions this season. So imagine if we played to Darwin Núñez's strengths. That's why people rate him, man. That's why people rate him. That's why a lot of top managers rate him. That's why a lot of football pundits rate him, because they can see the what he can do. Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville were talking about the other day, and Gary Neville was saying he's got a high ceiling. You know, if you get the club, you get the team, suited to his style, he's going to bang goals, man. He's going to bang goals. There's no doubt about that. But we need to build a team to him. At the moment, I'm not sure what they're going to do with Darwin. I ain't going to be truthful here, though. I will be truthful. I don't quite know what they're going to do with Darwin, because Gakpo is so suited to that false nine at the moment. He's so suited to that position. And I just wonder what they're going to do with Gakpo and Darwin next season. I'm not sure what they got planned. It's interesting that I've heard news coming out of the club that Jurgen Klopp and Pep Linders see Luis Diaz as being able to play right wing next season. Now, this is an interesting concept. We are overloaded on the left-hand side, and we've only already got Mo Salah on the right-hand side. If Gakpo's going to play on the wing, it's going to be on the left. If Jota's going to play on the wing, it's going to be on the left. Luis Diaz, I think they're looking at Luis Diaz, who will probably be the main left winger for Liverpool, right? But I think they're going to look at him as a player that can play right wing, with his technical ability, and his pace and his strength. They're going to look at him and think, I think because Luis Diaz has played on that right wing a few times when he has been fit. You go to the beginning of the season when Diaz was fit, he went over to that right wing a few times. You look when he came on against Leeds the other day, he got substituted and went right wing. I just think there might be something there where Diaz might be able to play right wing. And, if I look at the team we got, if Salah's going to be rested one game next season, you play Diaz right, you play Gakpo through the left, you play Darwin Núñez through the middle. That's a great front three. Another game, you might want to change it up a little bit and play Salah on the right, Gakpo false nine, Diaz left. Or another game, you might want to play, Jota on the left, Diaz on the right, Gakpo as false nine. You can change it up a little bit. So maybe that's what they're thinking. I think Diaz will be the main left winger. I think Diaz will be the main left winger, but I think he will be able to. I think Diaz will be able to rotate and come in when Mo needs a rest. So I think what we got to look at next season is resting Mo Salah a little bit more. I think you guys will probably agree with this. Don't overplay Mo till he's absolutely dead. Maybe there's games next season when we go like, right, Mo, you don't need to play this game. Let's stick Luis Diaz out on the right-hand side for this game. And just change it around a little bit. You got Gakpo. It's because of the signing of Gakpo, I'm thinking of this, guys. Because you've got Gakpo and Darwin Núñez both there. Gakpo at the moment has been fused this false role position, but also can obviously play left wing. Darwin's playing left wing at the moment, inside left wing, and obviously you prefer to play through the middle. So with them two players there, and a Luis Diaz, and a Mo Salah, and a Jota, I think Klopp's got chances to mix it up a little bit. Also, I think there's chances that we change formation. Maybe we play a two up top sometimes, like a Gakpo and Darwin up top together as a two. Maybe we can change it up next season. There's definitely opportunities for Klopp to change things next season with the front line we're going to have. And it all depends who we buy in midfield. All depends who we buy in midfield. Now, I've seen Eric Sevenhag, I've seen a lot of chat today about a particular Thuram. So apparently Liverpool are very about Sam Delaney has been reporting it today. Apparently it's been all over Twitter that Liverpool are heavily linked in with, is it Thuram from Nice? I believe. I might be wrong there. Let me know in the chat. But yeah, I believe that's who it was. Let me just find the tweet I saw earlier on. I did not know Liverpool were in for this kind of player. I hope this is true because he'd be great. Yeah, there you go. So Liverpool are looking at Nice's Kepa and Thuram as an option for midfields this summer, says Miguel Delaney. So that'd be a great option. Very good midfielder. strong, quick. I've only seen little bits of him, so I'm not going to say I don't know a heck of a lot. I don't know a heck of a lot about him, but what I've seen, he looks decent. He looks decent. This would please me very much. You know, I'm glad Liverpool are actually looking at these sort of players, which is nice. You know, obviously the Mason Mount story is not going to go away. I know a lot of people, don't like Mason Mount, and I understand why, but I'm glad Liverpool are looking at people like Thuram. Miguel Delaney says another midfielder Liverpool consider to overhaul is the area that Klopp has gained is going to prioritise intensely. Is someone called Kepler Thuram. Let me just link on the article. Thuram is seen by Jurgen Klopp as the perfect answer. Apparently, Miguel Delaney is right. Writes in the Independent, guys. So take it as what you will. But he says Thuram is seen by Jurgen Klopp as the perfect answer to the issues over Liverpool and missing out on Jude Bellingham. Liverpool are looking at Nice's Thuram as an option for midfield this summer. Jurgen Klopp is seeking an overhaul in the area of his team and is seeking at least two players, having missed out on Borussia Dortmund's Jude Bellingham. The priority will be energy and running, combined with the ability to carry out the Germans' tactical demands. Right, there you go. There we go. There we go. So now we know. Now we know. So I'll say that again. The priority will be energy and running, combined with the ability to carry out the Germans' tactical demands. So maybe not a lot of difference in the way we are going to play next season. Maybe that's what that tells us. Big up Gary, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up Jamie, keep up the great work. Big up you, Gary. Thank you very much. Big up Noel in the chat. Could be Thuram, Thiago, and Trent in midfield next season. It's funny where they say we need two midfielders. I've been saying this for a while now. So there's another rumour. I don't know if you guys saw it on Twitter yesterday that Liverpool are after a first team right back. So Liverpool apparently go and let Thingy go out on loan and New Boy go out on loan next season, which I think is the right thing to do. He's only a young lad. And we're going to get in a first team right back, a proper first team right back. I've got a feeling he wants to play Trent in midfield now. I've been saying it for a while on the chat. You go back on my videos, guys. I've been saying I don't think Trent can be right back for Liverpool next season because it's too much of a weakness for us now. It's too much of a weakness for us now to have Trent as right back next season. And maybe Klopp is looking at it and thinking, you know what, let's play Trent in midfield and get two other new midfielders in alongside with Trent, alongside Stefan Bajcetic. You got a Thiago there still, Fabinho, Hendo. Maybe he's looking at as his midfield next season. I've been saying it though. Trent at right back next season. Yeah, Trent at right back at next season won't work for me. I don't. I'll be surprised. Like, Trent will be one of them players. You know what Trent might be? You know what Trent might be right next season? Trent might be that versatile player that Klopp loves. Klopp loves versatility. Maybe Trent's going to be one of them players that I play some games at right back and then some games in midfield. Maybe that's the way he's going to look at it next season. But there's a lot of talk right now that Klopp is looking at a first team right back. Interesting one. Interesting one. You hear, I think I was listening to Paul Merson talk about Trent the other day, and he said Trent's one of the best midfielders, one of the best passers of a ball in the country, which obviously is right. And he's on about maybe playing in midfield, but then for the big games, maybe play him at right back. When you're playing against weaker sides, put Trent in midfield. When you're playing against your Cities and Arsenals and Uniteds, maybe play him at right back. Maybe that's something Klopp's looking at. Because I do think we've got to start taking advantage of Trent's stronger abilities. Trent's strengths is interceptions and passing ability and creativity. So play to his strengths. We all know what Trent's weaknesses are. Let's start to hide his weaknesses a little bit and show his strengths. I'm not too fussed with that. I'm not too fussed at that. I'd like to see Trent given a chance in midfield. Like Albert's saying, he's just awesome going forward, just a delight to watch. Exactly. Trent in midfield would be a different answer for us. He'll be able to, let's do it. Why not? No, I wouldn't mind seeing it, man. I wouldn't mind seeing it. But you got to bring in a proper right back, man. He'll play Trent at right back next season. You've been listening to what Klopp has been saying recently about him. Well, I'm hoping he's changed his mind. Yeah, the press conference has just started, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to skip to that right now. And I'm going to turn that up for you.
In this club's history, which is absolutely strange. That's a strange, very average season we play so far in general, and having a couple of the highest results in this club's history, which is absolutely strange. And I think, and I set up the Leeds game, that I thought the game was the best we played this season, and I know that a lot of people probably thought Leeds was not really up to it, stuff like this, but I was sad as well. I got asked the question after the game, how it's possible to play the two halves were that different. I didn't see that, to be honest. I know it was not as spectacular in the first half, but it was preparing, it was calm, it was convinced and convincing. It was good. Against a deep defending side, you cannot create, especially in our situation, you cannot create just second after second after second. You need to work for your moments, and that's what we did in the first half. And anyway, up 2-0, which is absolutely fantastic result for half time. And second half, yes, then it was even we stepped up, but that's how it is. It was for Leeds then really difficult to deal with us, and the goals we scored were absolutely exceptional. So it was a very stable performance, which is very important, and that's where we have to build on. I cannot sit here and now guarantee any kind of results or whatever. But I said it before, weeks ago, months ago, we have to guarantee performance levels, and that's definitely what we have to do now. And knowing that in this game again, we used. Was not like this. We had more shots, more finishes, but not on target that many. So close next to post or whatever, these kind of things where which I consider as chances as well. But afterwards, it looks like we had 7 chances and scored 6 times. That was not the case. So, but we have to be ready for not scoring early. We have to be ready for all the difficulties which you can face in a football game, and then overcome it and still stay and stick to the plan and stick to the way we want to play. And that was I liked most in that game, that I saw our plan the whole game, and that's what we have to do again.
Obviously, the levels at home this season have still been pretty consistent, certainly in terms of results, and 4 out of the next 5 games are at home. So what opportunity do you feel does that give you to at least ask the question of those above you, can you hang on to what you've got?
Don't know. When you are in a super moment in the season, the only game you have to be worried about and you have to think about is the next one. If you are in not a good situation, the only game you have to think about is the next game. There's no alternative to that. And that's exactly what we do. I couldn't care less where we play after tomorrow, to be honest. It's just about the game tomorrow. It's about Nottingham Forest. It's about showing all the respect we have for them. With Steve Cooper, they're in a difficult situation. They will fight for their lives. Definitely, they will. Each point they can grab will be massive, and if they can get 3, it will be super massive, and that's that's a team I expect. That's definitely the opposite of a friendly game, and that's what we have to be prepared for. But it's Anfield, and we have to use that as well. That's true. But one game, if we take it game by game, there's no other chance to do it, and then we will see. Whatever we can do in the season is the only thing what gives us any kind of chance is winning an awful lot of games. If you don't do that, we don't have to really talk. And I don't like that always talking about we win one game, then have to talk about what would it mean if we win the next 4. That makes no sense. All our focus on Nottingham.
I just wanted to touch again on Trent's switch of position or hybrid position, because it's obviously been met with quite a positive reaction. I just wonder now, is it too early to say whether that's the role for him moving forward, or is that his long-term progression now?
We will see that. Trent is on each position he played for us was always a super important player. This now slightly advanced role suits him in the moment really well. That's good. It's a challenge for everybody else to cover the spaces when we lose the ball, theoretically. But that with him there, we didn't lose that many balls, which was helpful as well. And yeah, that's it pretty much. But it's not written in stone or whatever. Why should we? He can play in different ways, and how he played the last 2 games was really, really good. That's true.
Thank you. Any fitness concerns for the weekend, Diego?
Yeah, unfortunately, Bobby picked up a muscle issue a little bit. We will see how long that takes. It's not too serious, but yeah, it's definitely out for
Oh God.
tomorrow, and yeah, next week we have 2 more games. I would say they are impossible as well, and then we will see. Then we have to take it day by day.
That's actually ruined my next question, because I was going to ask you about having all 6 of your front 6 available and how you pick between them, but it's 5 now. How do you still pick between those 5? Is it about looking at the player's form, about targeting the opposition in certain ways? How will you decide?
The ticket into this team must be and will be definitely again counter-pressing. So that's how everything started. I wouldn't say we lost it a little bit out of eyesight, no, but we have so many. I saw so many games from us where I didn't like that, and that's a pretty strict thing. That doesn't mean that all 5 now available, and especially with Bobby, all 6 can do that pretty well. But if you do it in the game you play, you have a good chance to start again. So that's it. So, but we have opportunities to change, of course, and we will see how we do that. And now we have to change in the next few 2 weeks. We have 5 games. So yes, there will be changes, and that's good. Hopefully, we can have at least these 5 then, or maybe from a moment on the 6 again. That would be absolutely great. And but everybody will play. Everybody's super important to us. But again, the ticket will be the desire to win the ball back after we lost it, because that always we had so many times where that made a difference in football games, and especially against deep defending sides. It's super important. Otherwise, you constantly have to defend counterattacks, and that's what is one of the most difficult things in football, because the space is really big, and sometimes better timing of the opponent, all of a sudden the speed is not a decisive thing anymore of the defender. It's just a moment, and then they're gone, and it's a 1-1 situation with Ali. So we have to do that, and that's a big part of decision making for all positions.
You mentioned it with Vinny before, talking about Nottingham Forest form and what you expect from them. Do you often see a change in teams who have struggled at this sort of stage of a season when they are absolutely desperate for points? Are you facing a different beast than maybe the team that's only won one of their last 14?
No, so we had now our last meeting already prepared everything. So it's a rather pragmatic style now. It's now clear. It's long balls, early set pieces, taking them there. I know Steve can play, has the ability as a coach, as a manager to play different ways, but obviously probably confidence is not on the highest level after the recent run of results, and so going there, becoming more pragmatic, makes absolutely sense, and that's a team we have to expect. But it starts all with winning challenges, and that's what everybody can do, and that's what they will try to do definitely. And then they have speed up front, technique in midfield, experience in the last line. So there's everything there actually. So I can't explain 100% why it didn't work out that well now. They had a super spell late last year, early this year, and then from a moment on, it didn't work out for them anymore as well. But not all performances were not worth a point, or 3 points. Somebody have to be lucky, but the quality they have is clear. And if we wouldn't respect what we do, definitely, if we wouldn't respect that quality, we would be already on the wrong side, and because up front, David Gibbs-White, Johnson, and Taiwo, they all can cause you massive problems, and they have, obviously it's a big squad. They have much more options as well. So we will see who Steve will line up, but we accept a really tough game.
Thank you.
Mo Salah, if he scores another goal, when he scores another goal, will join Robbie Fowler as 6th on the list of Liverpool's all-time scorers. He's broken so many records this season, and you said before you felt it was an average season. It's been a challenging season. What does that say about him that he's continued to break those records?
Yeah, I think that's on no doubt. I think the really, but I know. So like when I worked together with him for so long, and was always stood more or less next to him when he broke the next record. But last week when I heard the most left-footed goals in the Premier League history, I have to say that's insane. Now when you see the names below, Fowler, Van Persie, Giggs, stuff like this, Premier League greats, absolutely. So that's massive. So that's massive. And how it always is in life, as long as you are together, you appreciate some things, maybe not as much as you should. We do. But saying that, surpassing Robbie in another stat, I know that Mo likes these kind of things and will fill his tank definitely for the game. But in the end, he's not only, I don't know the numbers about his assists, but that's pretty good as well. So he doesn't forget that it's important or really nice to break a record, but much more important that we win the game. And for that, you sometimes rather pass the ball than shoot yourself.
Carl?
Just go back to Trent and his position. How much time have you had to work on that with him? And what does it say about him as a footballer that he's putting in those performances in the last 2 games?
Yeah, a week, but it's not. How I said it after I said it. It's not the first time that we play it like that. We have a lot of situations where it's slightly different, but it's not as different as we had it in some other games where Trent wasn't all the time his right back position or higher up or these kind of things. So we had a week. So that's absolutely okay. When the Trent is a smart player, but it's much more about how we set it up around. Then the Trent can play the position. We were never in doubt, but you have to set it up around that then, because there are moments when he's again, when we lose the ball, we have a different formation. Where's Robbo in these moments? Where are Virgil and Ibu in these moments? So these kind of things. How do we get him on the ball? So because that's obviously important, and we sit here and talk about it, and maybe we do it like this tomorrow or not. We will see. But if Trent shows up there, maybe gets a man marker. That's possible, obviously, and then you don't get on ball, then we have to deal with that. These kind of things. So it's now not the solution for all the football problems we had this year, but he has potential to play that position. That was always clear, but especially in the way we do it now, with defending on the right back and offensively being there, that's absolutely fine, and we will see where it leads to.
Another positional question from me. Darwin's been here most of the whole season, and he's got a decent goal return. He's not been in the team starting recently, but is he still trying to find a role within the front three? Because he's done left, he's done sort of centre.
Well, Darwin is a player with a different skill set to all our other players, so that's good. That's good. He's a real handful. He's a machine. And he will score a lot of goals. He scored already a decent number of goals, so that's all fine. But yes, of course, he's still adapting. His English is still not great, if existing at all. We are working on that massively. So it's not helpful to go through a difficult debut season for the whole team, which makes it then for a striker. How can a striker shine when the whole team is struggling? So that's not possible. But he had super moments for us, absolutely. But was injured in some moments and suspended in other moments. And that's not helpful, but it's no problem at all. This is a long-term project. And I understand that he wants to play desperately from the beginning and stuff like this, that's all fine. But we have to find for us a way that it works really for us again. And then we have to fit in the players that we really can use.
So Darwin's not playing tomorrow then. I think that just tells us Darwin's not playing tomorrow, guys. Yeah.
The specific strengths as well. And I'm completely fine with the situation. So, but I understand that, Darwin is not always fine, but it's not that he smiles in my face when he realized that he will not start. It's not like this, oh, thank you, boss. Anyway, I had no time. So that's not like that, but it's absolutely fine. It's that's how we have to deal with the situation. When you have 5-6 players available up front, I have to make decisions. That's good. That's good. That's how it should be. And then we will see. And the boys, the door is miles open, but the more sessions we have, the more sessions you have to show up. And he came on and was exceptional, to be honest. It was exceptional. Not only the goal he scored before that as well. And it was absolutely exceptional. It was exactly the right way. Everybody who came on was like on fire. And that's what we need. And then, how I said, we have now 5 games in 2 weeks, and Darwin will start games definitely.
Just follow up on that. In terms of in the long term, you see him in that centre forward position rather than on the left, or you see him action across the front line?
He's a centre forward and plays on the left when he plays on the left. So that's how it is. Yeah, but we need definitely, it needs a specific setup that he can play and defend in the centre. So that's how it is, playing in the centre.
What did I say earlier, guys? There you go. I said this at the beginning of the video, the beginning of this stream. I said that the reason Cody Gakpo is playing the false 9 role is because the way we play doesn't suit Darwin Núñez. You need to defend and attack. There you go. There you go. He's also a centre forward that can play left wing. I mean, that's just. I think we're going to figure out quite soon where Darwin Núñez his future lies for Liverpool Football Club. It looks, yeah. Big up, Chris. How you doing, man? It looks like Cody Gakpo's going to be his number 9 going forward. It looks like Cody Gakpo's going to be his number 9 going forward. He's also talking about their counter pressing. He said earlier in this press conference, he's talking about counter pressing. So tactically, nothing's going to change. So are we just going to go into next season with the same system and tactics, just with better players or fresher players, more hungry players from the transfer market? You know, that can fulfill what Klopp wants to do. So maybe there is going to be no change, guys. Maybe there is going to be no change. You know, he's talking about Darwin's not a forward that can defend and attack at this moment in time. Maybe that's something he wants him to learn and coach. That's why he's playing on the left wing, maybe. But, yeah. It looks like Gakpo plays number 9 for a reason, man.
The centre is not a problem. There's a machine, but then we have to make sure we need definitely it needs a specific setup that you can.
Let me just go back a little bit for everyone to hear this. Yeah, I think this might be a bit important to hear. Right, let me just go back a bit for everyone to hear this about Darwin Núñez.
You see him in that centre forward position rather than on the left, or you see him action across the front line?
He's a centre forward and plays on the left when he plays on the left. So that's how it is. Yeah, but we need definitely it needs a specific setup that he can play and defend in the centre. So that's how it is. Playing in the centre is not a problem. There's a machine, but then we have to make sure that we understand as a team. And again, we were not stable for a long spell in that season. So that's how it is. And then you have all of a sudden the boys on top of all the problems we had. You have to adapt to a different defending striker up front as well. So that's how it is. If football would be that easy, you just put the 11 players with the most potential together on the pitch and then hope that it works out. And don't need me or other managers. So it's really about tuning it, finding the fine tuning, and that's what we are still doing, obviously. And this season, we don't know where this season will end up, but after this season, there's another season, and I'm already. But that's already in my mind as well. So like we have to build on what we do now and what we.
Jürgen, you just said you don't care about who we play next. Literally, Jürgen said, I don't care who we play next. I only care about this game. Now he's talking about what we're going to do next season. I mean, make up your mind.
learn now. We learned a lot, which we didn't want to learn, and now we have maybe the opportunity to learn a few things we really can use, and that's how I see it. And that means everything's fine. He can play absolutely both positions 100%, and both positions really well, and did that for us already. And I said, I'm completely fine with it. He has to learn English. That's how it is, because of all that we can translate everything, but in training sessions, we cannot have four.
Can I ask a question here, guys? And I'm not having a go at Jurgen before all the Klopp people come at me. Go stay away, right? Can I just ask a question? Does it matter if you can't speak English playing centre forward or left wing? So if you can speak English, you can play number 9. If you can't speak English, it's okay playing left wing. What does it actually matter? Oh, Darwin, you can't speak English, fella. You can't speak English, fella. So you won't understand what I want you to do as a number 9. So you have to play left wing. What? Surely that makes no sense. Surely that don't make no sense. Should it matter if you can't speak English? Don't play them at all if that's the case. That's a weird excuse to make. I don't get it. And let me just keep playing it, and we'll chat about it in a minute.
4 languages and translate it. And I think it's football language, so that will help him massively. And yeah, that's it.
Last one here for the embargo.
Harvey Elliott has not featured in the last couple of weeks after being almost ever present. Is there anything wrong with him, or is he just?
His training exceptional. Fabio Carvalho's training exceptional, to be honest. All the boys. That's the hardest part. Never had it the whole season. Now we have it, and all of a sudden I leave 5 players at home, and they're all of them, all of a sudden are not even in the squad. Crazy. Nat, Reese, crazy. Maybe so. Harvey has to be. It's very, very close. Absolutely close to start again. And Fabio has to say, for the situation in which he's now, with training on an absolute super level and not being involved, how he deals with it, I have to say that's kind of a role model. Not that he is happy with the situation, but he never gives up. I have to say it's unbelievable. I think I don't think it was probably his best skill before he arrived here, because he was this super talent, but he still is. But yeah, the character he shows here is exceptional.
We want to
Embargo. We'll have the embargo section tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, that's it, guys, from the press conference. It was just an average press conference, nothing much in it, but there was some interesting stuff towards the end about the Darwin Núñez situation. So I've been saying it for a while now. I keep saying it in this channel. I've been proved right. Thank God for that. Everyone calls me a numpty, but Gakpo starts as the number 9 because he can defend and attack. It's as simple as that. That is why Cody Gakpo will be Liverpool's number 9, because he can defend and he can attack. And that's what Klopp likes. Now, it looks like that's going to be the sort of situation now till the end of the season. That Cody Gakpo is going to be in his number 9 position till the end of the season. Now, Klopp's talking about he already knows what he's going to do next season. Well, that's all cool. You should do. You should know what you're going to do next season. But then at the same time, he doesn't think about the next game. Excuse me, I've got a bit of hay fever. But he doesn't know what he's going to do in the next game. So Klopp is not thinking about West Ham in midweek. That don't care. He's not thinking about that. But he was already thinking about next season. So some things don't make sense to me. But Cody Gakpo, it looks like Cody Gakpo is, and I've said it before, Cody Gakpo probably should be the number 9 because it suits Klopp's system. It suits Jurgen Klopp's system to play the number 9. It suits his system. So play Cody Gakpo in that number 9 area. It's just the signing of Darwin Núñez now doesn't make as much sense because surely we saw a player that we're going after. If you want a number 9 who is very good at defending and attacking, right? You want that kind of work rate from your striker. I'm all cool with that. If that's what you want, go for it. But buying Darwin don't make sense because now you've got to coach him into being something. You know, Cody Gakpo's already got it. Cody Gakpo is very good at the defending and the attacking part of that position. So that's why he's playing. It's as simple as that. So I've got no problem with it. Just when I look at Darwin Núñez, I just feel for him a bit. It's like he doesn't know his position in his club right now. Now, is that going to go into next season? Klopp was talking there like he likes. I think I've also said it. I think that he likes Darwin on the left-hand side. I think he likes Darwin on the left wing side. I think he likes it that Cody and Darwin can sometimes interchange in that interchanging part of the game. So maybe he likes that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's a weird one. Let me just get your chats and see what you guys are saying. Big up to all of you in the chat, by the way. Danny's saying Diaz, Gakpo, Salah props next season, more than likely. Diaz can defend and attack too, so he's going to be left wing probably. Yep, exactly. Luis Diaz is excellent at defending and attacking, like Mane was as well. So Diaz is going to be your number 1 left winger. Salah can do it as well, and Gakpo can do it through the middle. It makes sense. Look, for the way the manager wants to play, the manager wants the forward line to be able to defend well and attack well. Otherwise, you can't do the counter pressing. Yeah, the way Klopp spoke about himself in that press conference. The way of our football club under Jurgen Klopp is counter pressing. Yeah, you can't do that with Darwin Núñez's and stuff like that because they're not counter pressers because they don't defend. You know, Salah can, Gakpo can, Luis Diaz can, Diogo Jota can. I mean, look at the goals the other day against Leeds. Jota defending, winning balls back, starting counter attacks. That's what Klopp loves, man. He loves that counter press. So I would say Jota, Diaz, Gakpo and Salah are probably his 4 first choice attackers next season when everyone's fit. And Darwin's going to be his surprise. It's interesting. And also he said, like I've said at the beginning of the video today, where I spoke about this team is not set up for Darwin Núñez as a main striker. And I don't know if Klopp's going to go away from that. See, I was thinking maybe Klopp's going to buy new midfielders in, change tactics, change systems. The more I listen to that press conference, I'm going to listen to it again a bit later. Maybe we can go through it again in a minute or something. But I'm going to go through it again. And the way he's talking, it's like, maybe that's the way we're going to continue, but there's going to be tweaks. You know, that's the system, but there's going to be little tweaks here and there next season where we just do minor adaptations to it. So it's an interesting one. But look, I'm not getting at the manager or anything like that. If he wants to go with the players that suit his system, go with it. By all means, I like Cody Gakpo. I really rate Cody Gakpo. I don't mind Cody Gakpo playing in the false 9 position because it looks like it suits him. It suits the style we want to play, you know, and just go with it. I'm not fussed. I'm not fussed. I wonder what he's going to do with Darwin next season. Is he going to be that versatile player that can play left wing at times, can play striker at times, can play maybe next season he tweaks stuff sometimes and plays like, you know, 2 up top and he plays Darwin off a player, something like that. You know, maybe Darwin's going to be his versatile striker, but for the rest of this season, it does look like Cody Gakpo is going to be the false 9. And rightly so, because Gakpo's doing a decent job, man, you know. Klopp did say he was happy with Darwin on the left and in the middle. You missed that part. No, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with Klopp. I agree with it. I'm not disagreeing with any of this, by the way. People might be taking what I'm saying wrong. I'm not disagreeing with it. Big up, Wade. Bro, you should put things into context. Klopp just explained it's not just about he can play, but communicating with Darwin and what he does is a language barrier. Yeah, but if you go communicate with Darwin, I'm all for that. Don't get me wrong. But what's the difference of him communicating as a number 9 or a left winger? You know, if he can't speak English and he's finding it hard to communicate, what's the difference being on the left side of the pitch or through the middle? That just didn't make no sense to me. That's all I'm saying. And again, not having a go. I'm listening perfectly through my headphones like you guys were. I'm just asking questions. I'm a content creator. I'm asking questions. If I just stood there and agreed with everything, this video would be finished now, wouldn't it? I've got to break things down and ask questions about it, my friend. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. So I'm just asking, what's the difference between playing striker and left wing when you don't speak the language? That's all I'm asking. I don't know. So if you know, tell me. That's all I'm here for. Big up Captain. Yeah, you called it, Jamie. Big up Colin. Why am I Big up Weeno. I love Weeno. Big up Matt, Conor Gallagher, Tyler Morton, Mickey, Matt, Wi-Fi password, teams in the conference ready. Looks like Klopp's regretting signing Darwin, ? All that spent for a bench player should have bought midfielders. Big up Jack in the house, how you doing? Big up Idiot Abroad, how you doing? What's the issue with Klopp, bro? You seem to have a problem with him. He's won everything. Not having a problem with him. Again, I'm asking questions. I just said, is everyone listening to me today? I just said I agree with him playing Gakpo as a false nine. I just said I agree with it. It's the best way of our playing. Best way for us to play, man. Jeez. Everyone coming for blood, man. Big up, Subsy. Hope you're doing well, mate. Oh. Here comes the channel. What? I don't know who you're talking about. I haven't bought nothing. Up the Forest. Big up, Pat. Big up, Pat. Big up, Captain Sal. Yeah, guys, I'm not having a go at Jurgen Klopp at all here. I agree with him. I understand. I've been like you guys who are in the chat right now. Maybe not have missed what I said at the beginning of my video. That I said I understand. I literally said I understand why Jurgen Klopp plays Cody Gakpo as the false nine now, because it makes sense to the way he plays. I literally said that at the beginning of my video. So please go back and check it out. I'm not actually dissing him. Yeah, I'm just wondering how he's going to play next season. Big up, Paul. How you doing, mate? No worries, man. No way. All good here. All good here. All good here. Darwin speaks Spanish. What's the problem? Yeah, I mean, a few of our forwards speak Spanish. Love that, though, Jamie. You're moving like the Klopp cult truly got to you after every point my man has to say. I'm not going to Klopp. It just, but I'm not for this one. I'm not for this one because I agree with Cody Gakpo playing the false nine if it suits his system. Yeah. If he's not going to change system, he's going to play this way. You might as well play Cody Gakpo. So I don't get people coming at me saying that why am I hating on Jurgen when I've literally not hated on Jurgen in this whole video. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Am I not allowed to ask questions? That's it. Cat himself saying James asking the hard-hitting questions. Am I not allowed to ask questions? He said Darwin doesn't speak a word of English and finds it hard to understand. So playing him as a striker don't work at the moment. So I just asked a question that no one seemed to ask at the press conference, by the way. What's the difference between striker and playing left wing when you don't understand English? What's the difference? What do you see the difference there, Jurgen? What is there a communication better on the left wing than it is in the striking position when you don't speak English? That's what I was asking. Everyone's coming at me. Just asking a question, man. People know. Tell me. You're not allowed to ask anything, James. It's just mad. Oh, God. I'm asking questions, guys. I'm asking questions. Jamie, how dare you question anything? It's just. Oh, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You hate him, lol. Hate who? Hate who? Who do I hate? I give up, man. I give up. Who do I hate? Who do I hate? Who do I hate? I need to know because I've got two people that this fan base completely hate, by the way. This fan base completely hate Pep Linders and Jordan Henderson. I've got their autobiographies behind me. So Who do I hate? Please tell me, who do I hate? You're back, man. Oh, I love our fan base. I love our fan base. It's brilliant. It's a beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful place to be. Oh, dear. Yeah, I agree. Pressing is different off the left and the middle. I totally agree. That's why Gakpo plays false nine right now. I agree with the Gakpo playing false nine, man. I agree with Gakpo playing false nine. Oh, big up, Pat. It's only good. It's all good, Pat. It's all good, man. It's all good. Much love. Much love. Yeah, it's just nuts. I get this all the time. If I question anything about Jurgen Klopp on this channel, I get hate just thrown at me all the time. Why do you hate? I'm just asking questions. Am I meant to just listen to a press conference and then not ask a question about it? Am I meant to just sit there and go, yeah, oh yeah, that's it. Job done, video over, see you next week. Is that what I'm meant to do? Or am I meant to just break things down to things I don't understand, like the language barrier of Darwin playing number 9 and left wing? I get the defending part of it. That's why I don't play there. I've already admitted I prefer Gakpo in that full time role right now. But what's the difference in language barrier playing left wing and right and through the middle? You know, that's all I asked. That's all I asked. That's all I asked, man. I'm not even having a go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Big up Mike in the house. Who does Jamie's hater? Oh, man. Look. Jamie Trigger Phillips chats changed the channel name. I do trigger people, man. That's not what he said, though, Jamie. Right, let me go back to it, man. Let me go back to it. Because, guys, I'm not having a go at Jurgen. I'm not having a go. He literally said the language barrier is very difficult for Darwin at the moment because he doesn't speak English, right? And I was like, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But I'm asking, what's the difference? You know, and then he's talking about why Darwin's not playing number 9. So he was talking about why whoever was in the press conference asked Darwin about Darwin Núñez, about why he's not playing number 9 so much, why he's playing left wing, and some games he don't play and things like that. And Klopp said that the language barrier is very difficult for him because he doesn't really understand at the moment. I'm fine with that. He doesn't speak English. He'd find it hard. And then Cody, and that he's defending and the forward play and defending at number 9. He can't do that at the moment, right? That's not his strengths, yeah. And as a team, we're better with Cody Gakpo in that number 9 position because he defends better and he attacks. So and I've got no problem with Cody Gakpo playing that number 9 role at all. And then he says he's a striker that can play left wing, so he's playing left wing again. All I ask is, why? What is the difference of the language barrier in the number 9 and the striker? Because he links it all together. Big up, Pat-Man. You know the deal by now, Jamie. You need to take what the Messiah says as gospel, even if it makes 0 sense. It's the Liverpool way. Oh, man. I'm not even having a go at him today. I understand you now. Big up, MS. Big up. I'm not even having a go at him. Not even have a go at him. They've all got to learn Scouse, you know. Oh, man. Darwin is a Julian Wall purchase. Ajax next season incoming. Crazy when Darwin's been here nearly a year and he still hasn't learned it. To be fair, the English language is a hard language to learn. I'll be fair to Darwin here. The English language is a bloody hard language to learn. Oh my God. GR, my man. You know I love you, GR. GR, I love you. I do. But I literally did hear him say them words. He said Darwin can't speak English. Yeah. He can't defend from the front. Right? That's what he said, word for word. So then I agreed that Gakpo should play number 9 because he can defend from the front. And then I just asked the question, what's the difference between knowing English by playing striker and left wing? That's what I asked. That's all I asked. He linked it all together. That's all I asked. Back three of Gavidal, Kanate and Timber. Yeah, a lot of people were talking about Timber lately. Did I miss something? Did I miss something with the Timber chat? Because a lot of people on Twitter were talking about Timber last night. I don't know if Liverpool actually linked in him. Arsenal in for Mount. If he's going to go to anyone, it might be Arsenal. Stay in London. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's definitely written off this season. Yeah, definitely. He's definitely written off this season. I think Jurgen's just looking at finishing the season on a high, which I agree with. I said that already. Let's just try and win every game this season. And Jurgen's got plans for next season. He said it there himself. Look, I've got plans for next season. I just wonder what them plans are. I'm very, very interested to see the way we play next season because, as you say, we've got these 5 attackers. You know, we've got Cody Gakpo at the moment playing this number 9 role, which suits him and it suits the team. What do we do with Darwin next season? You've got Luis Diaz who can play left wing. He looks like your number 1 left winger, but in recent games he's been coming on. You know, when he has played before he got injured, he played a couple of games on the right. When he came on a substitute yesterday against Leeds, he played right wing. So I'll be interested to see what they're going to do with Luis Diaz next season and change it all round. So yeah, I'm hoping the manager's got things up his sleeve. I do, because we do have to start looking into next season. There's no doubt about it. We definitely need to look into next season. Big up, Colin. I believe it. If we win every game, we finish. We still finish 4th. That's mad. That's mad. His wife is looking for a house in Liverpool. Big up HDSC said his English is non-existent. Yeah, man. English is hard to learn, man. That's a dig in his effort of learning, in my opinion, which is fair. You should make an effort to learn a few words to make it easier for your team. Yeah, I mean, what's the max like? What's the maxing like? Foreign players, like say foreign players go around Europe all the time. Yeah, sometimes they don't pick up the language straight away, but you know they play quite well and understand what they want to do. So maybe, you know, apparently Darwin's not understanding what I'm getting from it. The way Klopp spoke there about him understanding language and like saying it's basically non-existent, that he can't get his point across to Darwin what he wants him to do in a coaching aspect. So if he can't get across to him what he wants him to do in a coaching aspect, you know, Darwin's not improving for what Klopp wants him to do, maybe. But then don't you have interpreters? And at the end of the day, what you want with Darwin, it's quite simple. You get into space and score. You know, I mean, what do you want him to do? Darwin, get into space, score. Space, score. Space, score. Goal. Big goal. Keeper, goal. Yeah, it's not rocket science. Oh man. What's the question, Bailey? What's the question? Thuram's partner is already house hunting in Liverpool as the Ajax defender potentially prepares to move to the Premier League this summer. Says Verona offside. What? I mean, if you're house hunting in Liverpool, there's only 2 clubs you're going to, ain't there? And that's Everton and Liverpool. You know, you don't really move to the north west of England. You don't move to Merseyside to play for Manchester. You know, you probably go more around the Manchester area, don't you? Because it's a bigger area than Liverpool. So if your house hunting in Liverpool, yeah, definitely. English is very hard to learn. James not even mentioned it. I haven't. My English is terrible, Pac-Man. You son of a bitch. Pac-Man, you could have put a laughing emoji at the end of that sentence. I know you're joking. Clearly, he doesn't think Darwin has the football intelligence to play about direction 24/7. It does sound like that. There's definitely more to it. I know there is. I was only pulling your leg. You got to pretend that you got to do the counter pressing stuff. I know. He's off to Everton then. He's off to Everton. Batman's spot on there. To be fair, all United and City players either live in the city or in Cheshire. Yeah, exactly. Cheshire, Manchester, it's a big area, ain't it? It's much bigger than Liverpool. So, yeah, if you're moving to Merseyside, you're probably moving to Merseyside to play for a Merseyside club. You don't really move there to. Not gonna lie, I think we need to look long term. Left back Robbo is like 29. We're gonna play with back 3-2. I think Robbo could play in the back 3. To be fair, how much do you think Darwin's currently worth? Probably what we paid for him because he's young. Yeah, Formby, just outside Liverpool. Nice area. Pat-Man Fowler literally owns. Yeah, Robbie Fowler's got his own portfolio, ain't he? He's got his own housing company, ain't he? That's where he made most of his money. Biscuit factory. Jesus. I don't know. He's quite well thought of, Darwin Núñez, across Europe, believe it or not. I know people don't rate Darwin, but, managers do think highly of him, Managers do think quite highly of him, and he is well wanted around Europe. So you probably get more money in him than you think. But let's not worry about that right now. I'll tell you what, let's build the team. Let's build the team for the game we're going to play. Right. Let's do this, guys. Let's do the lineup. You know the score. You know the scores on the doors. Let's do the team, guys. Let's do the team. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So let's do the lineup. Right, let's go front three first. Front three first. Oh, I rate Darwin GI. You only have to watch the show, though. I rate him. Let's go front three, guys. Let's go front three. What front three are we going? Do you reckon it's going to be the same team that played Leeds? Because we have got a game on midweek as well. So we've got a game on Wednesday. So there might be a bit of squad rotation. Does he play the same team that played against Leeds, or do you think there'll be a bit of a different lineup? Yeah, I'm going to watch that. Let's say that's on in a minute, ain't it? So as soon as this video finishes, yeah, I'm going to go and watch that game. Ronnie's going to beat the crap out of him, because did you hear what he was talking about Ronnie in the press conference when he's belittling Ronnie O'Sullivan? He literally said, "What has Ronnie O'Sullivan ever done for the game of snooker?" It's like, what are you chatting about? He's the greatest player of all time. He's the only marketable player. Darwin has to speak to Klopp's counter. I think, yeah, totally. I think that's why it's being used as a sub right now as well. Big up Gene. Big up Gene Gray in the house. Right, what are we saying? Gakpo, Jota, Salah. Do you reckon Jota? Remember, Jota's just come back from injury. We got a game on Wednesday. Does Jota start tomorrow, or does Luis Diaz start tomorrow? Because we have got a London Kane in the house. How you doing? Big up Leighton Orient. Big up the O's. London Kane, didn't Leighton Orient just get promoted as well? So if they just got promoted, big up the O's. Big up Leighton Orient. Yeah, I've got time for Leighton Orient, man. Time for Leighton Orient. Leighton Orient must absolutely hate West Ham with a passion. Our game against West Ham at the same time as Man City we'll watch our game, but I did want to watch that. Is it Man City Arsenal on the same day? So what I might do, because I can do this now, because I've got the system, I might do a multi-watch. Would everyone like that if I do both games at the same time on the watch along? So I could do the West Ham Liverpool game and the Arsenal Man City game at the same time. So a double watch along. If you want that to happen, let me know in the chat. Yeah, man. Big up to you, London Kane. Big up to you. Yeah, Harry Kane was to you on loan, weren't he? When he was younger, weren't he? If I remember rightly. But big up to Orient getting promoted. Big up to Orient. Big up to the East End. I hate them over at the Fish Bowl West. Big up London Kane in the chat. London Kane, nice to have you here, my friend. Big up to you. Yeah, shall I do the double game, guys? Double game. Yeah, we in for it. I am. Do I think top 4 is possible? If we beat Nottingham Forest and Newcastle lose on the weekend, then yeah. Right. Yeah, he was 20. He was 20 games, 5. Yes, he was 20 games, 5 goals. Plus Harry Kane is our kit sponsor. Harry Kane's your kit sponsor. I'll big up Harry Kane for looking after Leighton Orient. Big up Harry Kane for looking after Leighton Orient. Right, let's do this. So Gakpo, and Salah. Right, who are we going on the left, guys? Give me a name on the left wing, guys. Give me a name on the left wing. Give me a name on the left wing. Is it going to be Jota, Nunez, or Diaz? Give me a name on the left wing. Who's it going to be? Jota, Darwin, or Diaz? Who's going to play left wing? Two Jotas and Diaz's. Gakpo left wing. Darwin. I think we might change it up against West Ham, you know. Diaz and Diaz. Yeah, but it's Klopp scraps. That was the ox, you know. Yeah, I'm going to go Jota. I think he goes again. I just think he goes again and changes happen against West Ham. Changes happen against West Ham. Right, midfield. Does Curtis Jones keep his place? Does Curtis Jones keep his place, guys? Does Curtis Jones keep his place? Yeah, Bob Mills is a big Leighton Orient fan. I used to like Bob Mills when he was on TalkSport. Does Curtis Jones keep his place, guys? I don't think he should be dropped right now. I really don't. Curtis Jones keeping his spot. Yeah, everyone's saying yeah. London Kane. I used to support Liverpool for 21 years, but in the last 10 years, I found Orient and never looked back. Plus LFU use our stadium to train when they come to play West Ham or Spurs. Arsenal use our gaff. Oh, big up London Kane. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, man. Stay with us. Big up to you. Plus you used to let us train Millwall once a few years ago when we had Barrow away. Oh, big up. Yeah, big up London Kane. Nice to have you here, my friend. Nice to have you here. Yeah, Curtis Jones keeping his place. Who plays alongside Curtis Jones then, guys? Who plays alongside Curtis Jones? Let me know in the chat right there. Who we got playing alongside him? Who we got playing alongside him? Aaron's like, I'm not asked, Jones or Thiago. just throw it in there. Who we go have him playing alongside, guys? Let me know. Thiago to come in, please. I think Thiago might play against West Ham, you know. I'm good, Ty Bok. I'm doing good, man. Henderson. Is Fabinho on a yellow card? Is it? No, if Fabinho gets a yellow card, he misses the next 2 games, don't he? I mean, it's going to happen eventually, ain't it? Because the Fab gets booked. It's going to happen. So does Fabinho play this game? Now we've got West Ham and Tottenham in our next 2 games. We've got West Ham and Tottenham in our next 2 games. Tottenham at home, West Ham away. Does he play Fabinho? Because if Fabinho gets booked in this game, he misses our next 2 games. But then would you then play him against West Ham as well? So yeah, we're going with Fab. I think it might be the same team. Might be the same team. I met Gerard a few times at the hotels for West Ham games. I was like a woman meeting. It was like a woman meeting take. Like about shaking up my knees, showing the Gerard power alarm. My man. Hendo in the 6, you guys are saying? Right. Oh, you guys. So, oh, Jesus, what's going on here? What the? Gee, who's Tiago? Yeah. Tiago Alcantara. There you go. Play Jordan in the 6. Right, let me just fill the rest of this out, guys, and then we'll go change it around a bit. We'll do what search your database. Virtual. Robinson and obviously Ali and goal. Right. And then I think this will happen. This is how I think we'll play. I think we'll play like this. As we're at home against Nottingham Forest, I think we'll play like this. That's how I think we'll play, guys. That's how I think we'll play. Let me put it up full screen. So I think we'll play something quite like that. We're at home to Nottingham Forest, so we're going to have a lot of the ball, and I think that's the way we're going to sort of play in that kind of system there. Hendo and Trent in that like double pivot area. You know, Thiago and Curtis. I think Thiago might come in for this game. I think Fabinho might be rested. And then the front three of Mo Salah, Gakpo, and Jota. I think that does bits, guys. That does bits. I think one of Henderson or Fabinho might be rested. I'm not sure yet. With the game against West Ham and Tottenham coming up, so we've got 3 games in a week. We've got obviously Forest tomorrow, West Ham midweek, and then Spurs at home on Super Sunday, next Sunday. So 3 games in a week. I don't think Henderson and Fabinho could go and play all 3. I think there'll be a bit of squad rotation maybe against West Ham. I think against West Ham, you might see a Darwin Núñez come back in. You might even see a Luis Diaz come back in as well. You might see a Thiago, Fabinho, and a Henderson together. There might be a bit of squad rotation, but for this game at home against Nottingham Forest, I think you can put this team out. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Scraps, you're right. Yeah, Scraps is right. If we're going to play it like this, yeah, big up Scraps. Thank you very much. You want to do it that way around, yeah. Big up Scraps. Yeah, if you got Thiago and Hendo on the pitch, you want to do it that way around, definitely. Definitely. There you go. That's the way we should play against Forest. If we play like this against Forest with this formation, guys, what's the score going to be? Let me know in the chat right now. Let me know what the score is going to be. I still keep in touch with Adam Morgan. I got to know him watching the under-21s, and he invaded the pitch at Upton Park. We lost, but Morgan said, I'm a legend, plus I still keep up. Take with him now. Big up, man. Big up. I'll take that. Perfect. That's the formation I want. Bobby's injured, bonkers. Klopp said Bobby's injured, my man. Bobby's injured. Bobby's out for a while. He is injured. 2-0 Liverpool. ST Boy says 3-0, 5-0, 10-0. Jesus. Yes, this will give us a bounce. Score 3-0 Liverpool. Let me know your scores, guys. 6-0, 4-0. Big up to the channel, fella. Good stuff. Big up to you, London Kane. Really do appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. I'm happy with that, says GR. Gakpo then, Jamie. Yeah, Gakpo's in now. 2-0. With that formation, I'll go 4-1 to us. 3-0 to Reds. I want a double cricket score, says Albert. Big up Albert in the house. 5-0, says Albert. Yeah, I think we let's go and teach Nottingham Forest a lesson, guys. Let's go and get some revenge. You won't be too far off of that, Jane. Big up Chris. 3-1, 2-1, 4-0, 3-0. I want a Darwin hat trick. That's if he plays, man. Right, guys, that is it for me today. Big up to all you great people coming in. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I'll be back tomorrow with a massive watch along, guys, for that game. So make sure you join me tomorrow because, yeah, I've got the watch along for Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. 3 o'clock kickoff UK time, guys. So, yeah, make sure I'll be live at 2 p.m. tomorrow, guys. I'll be live at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, make sure you come along, guys, and watch the game with me. I'd really, really appreciate it. What's going to happen when this video ends, guys? You'll be redirected to that watch-along video. I would love it if you could all go and leave a like on that video straight away. I'd appreciate that, guys. I really would. So when this video ends, no one go anywhere. There's 111 people in here right now. No one go anywhere. You'll be redirected to my new video. Just go and leave a like on it and then come back tomorrow at 2 o'clock for the show. Big up to everyone. Much love. See you tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Bye-bye.